SG and members of the media, my name is Engineer Nicholas Gumbo. I've been governor aspirant Siaya twice, but today I'm here and I want to confirm to you that this is a decision that we have made voluntarily. No, in fact, I'm sure we ambushed you because we decided among ourselves that this is the direction we want to go. And the reasons are very obvious. My colleagues have talked about them. I don't want to repeat them. But I just want to say that the problems facing our people are real. Some of us would not be sitting here if we did not overcome those problems in one way or another. But every election time, we never talk about those problems. When SG, there was a time an Israeli friend of mine visited me when I was the member of parliament for Raila, and he looked at Lake Victoria and he said, how can you people be poor when you are having this massive resource? We really must talk about how we can empower our people. Because no matter how good you are, we must accept that no one can live forever. We really must talk about how we are going to take care of the future generations so that you are going to have many more engineer Gumbos in the days to come. These are conversations that we don't have back there. Instead of these conversations, you are given amorphous terms like tialala, tibim, riap. Who feeds on tialala, tibim, and riap honestly? Some of us have seen what can happen when you try to oppress others. I was in the 10th parliament, and Banaisti at that time, ODM was commanding 49% of all members of parliament. In the 11th parliament, that went down to 29% because of failure to practice democracy. In the 12th parliament, it went down to 20%. So when some people think they're oppressing others, they're actually injuring themselves. I don't want to say too much, except to my colleagues. This journey that we have started requires courage. Because definitely there are going to be people who will start finger pointing. There are people who are going to call you that you are betrayed. Betrayed who? I mean, democracy is free choice. It is espoused in Article 4 of our Constitution. If you are free to stick to your party, why can't I be free to move to a party from a party where I'm not wanted? I mean, some of the things happening there are ridiculous. In 2017, I was running against Governor Rasanga. It's so ridiculous, you can't even believe it. First of all, because they knew that I was strong on the southern part of Siaya, the ballot boxes, the so-called ballot boxes came at 10 p.m. in the night. The following day, still people insisted on voting. When they were still counting votes in my polling station, they were announcing Governor Rasanga as the winner when already had 135,000 and the fellow had 62,000. And I faced the ODM party leader and told him, tell me, you say you believe in democracy. Did Rasanga beat me in 2017? He tells me, let bygones be bygones. My friend, just like Martin Luther King said, if democracy has to reign, it has to reign in Luoland as it reigns in Nairobi. You cannot cry democracy in Nairobi and you don't care about democracy in Luoland. This is why we are here. And for me, I'm telling all of us who are here, and I told the president yesterday, my home and the ODM party leader's home is only 7 kilometers apart. I've received so many threats. But so what? I have more children than some of these people threatening me. Even if I die, even if I die today, my children will take over. This thing requires courage. So my colleagues, what I'm telling you, I want to paraphrase one of the greatest leaders this world has ever known, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd president of the United States of America. On the journey that we have started, the only thing to fear is fear itself. Yeah. Let us banish the fear. And my friend here is a poet. He knows that in the book called No Longer at Ease, yes, there was a time that a bat, you know the bat, it's called what, Popo, I think? Popo. used to rule over all the birds because all the birds thought that the ears were actually horns. Until one day a sparrow, a very small bird, decided to fly past the ears, and he discovered these things were actually not horns. They were just ears. And he was so sometimes what we think are horns are just ears. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are not looking back. Personally, I've been persuaded many times to try to go back to ODM, but I've said, even if I'm given a free ticket, I will not go back there, because I know the interest is not about our people. The interest is about individuals and how to propagate the aspirations of individuals at the expense of an entire community. Thank you, Bwana SG. Thank you, my colleagues. Let us be courageous. Let us move forward.
Just before that, just before gender, Charles Owino, say something.
Yeah, of course. All right. Let me say something then.